Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. And after that little bombshell that I discovered at the very end of last episode, where we have germs killed off on our contents from the storage compactor when we dumped it on the floor, and we set the compactor to actually be cleaned. I am wondering whether this issue with slime lung is going to be a big problem when we can potentially do the following. So let's have a look. So we've got slime lungs. Let's disinfect these. Okay, so we've got those 3 containers being disinfected. There is, let's go on to here, there is 2,000 slime lung germs there. We've got 9,000, we've got 1,400. So what I'm going to do, right, that container's been emptied, so let's dump everything on the floor. That one is now. Let's dump everything on the floor again. Okay. So now we've got hardly any germs. Oops, right. That's 1,200 germs. 1,000 germs. Dropped them on the floor. Oops, that didn't happen. Did he not finish doing that job? There we go. There we go. Just killed off all the germs. How cool is that? That must be a little bug, as Biff has said. I've just talked to him about it, and I think that must be a little bug. But you know what? If it's a case of we can actually control the germs and kill them off quite quickly, then I think it's worth actually trying to deal with this lot. Now we are currently, I mean, if we look at the base, we're generally okay on germs. Although, how on earth that's got a load of germs when I thought I dug them all out? I don't know. I think maybe it's worth trying, because we've got all this section here where we're getting airborne germs into here now, and that's not good. So I think, as a matter of urgency, we are going to go in and dig all this lot out and give ourselves a bit of our own attack on the germs. So we want to basically take out everything where there is any contamination whatsoever. We want to rip it all out, dig it all up, remove the whole lot, and then decontaminate it, no matter where it goes. So we also want to keep an eye on our immune system of our dupes to ensure that they do not get into any trouble whatsoever. But we also, I think, we might need to put like a barrier in place here so that we can actually ensure that the germs do not work their way over from this slime over here. So this will be really, really interesting. I am really excited about trying this, because if I can get rid of all of this, this will make life so much easier. Right, okay, so that's all ready to go. If this really works, then we can tackle anything, I reckon. I mean, this is frustrating me, how these germs are building their way up and working their way up here. I think it's just ridiculous. Let's get that swept as well. Now, go to the right thing would be useful. I don't really want them airborne in any shape or form. And we'll set these to whatever. So where are all the germs working their way out? So we've got 15,000 over here, 9,000 here, 10,000. Okay, so I think that will work. I'm pretty excited that it will do. Let's take out those ladders as well. Right. I'm just thinking about maybe actually opening up this area here to also allow the air to circulate around the our wheezewort. So that way, yeah, that way we can actually ensure that the germs are getting the most access to cooler air, and will hopefully die off quicker. Yeah. Right, so we are really starting to see green everywhere. Everybody seems to actually have slime lung from that little bit, which is ridiculous. Come on, sweep up, priority 9. Noble, what are you doing? Why are you idle? Why are you idle? Let's put some ladders in here. What? That is ridiculous. Okay, so we want to start once this is all done. Let's dig that actually out, so that's all down in one area. Yeah. Is that because it's slime? Yeah, it's slime, and I've set these to not to hold slime, haven't I? So they can hold. Copy selection, paste. So that can all go. So there should be nothing down here that's got anything in. Perfect. Right. Alright, let's start a disinfectant run. Brief, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so we're going to be disinfecting here. And let's just... Right, doing that container. Let's empty that one. So how many germs have we got in there? We've got... oh, not that many. But let's empty it anyway. And let's empty that one as well. Okay. What are they doing down here? Not yet there yet. What about priorities? Let's get all this lot to a higher priority for dealing with stuff. Yeah, we don't want the cots to have germs on at all. I think it's a bit too important to make sure that wherever the dupes are sleeping is clean. Okay. So what's the germs down here? That's not too bad actually. The slime lung germs 99, 100. Right. Okay. So that's got slime lung germs inside. So let's see whether we can disinfect again. No, not yet. What about down here? What can we do with disinfecting down here? So that can be disinfected. No, I want just that one, don't I? So that one, that one, that one, that one. Actually, do you know what? The whole lot can be done. So wherever they go to first, that's where I will empty the contents on the floor. So we've got 30,000 here, 8, 13, and that's slowly going down. 14,000, which is good. So we've got quite a few germs here. So much movement, it's difficult to see. That cold air has actually helped immensely. Let's disinfect up here because that's ridiculous. So do we actually have a dupe that's slime slime lung, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Okay, someone's coming down. Right. No, you're putting water in. Okay. You're disinfecting the ladder. Right, you're doing that container that's got 12,000 germs in it. Let's just drop it all on the floor. So that was 12,000 germs. Look at that go down. Right, that's got germs in, so let's empty that one. Empty that one. Empty that one. That one. That one's getting done. That one's getting done. And that one's getting done. Let's get that disinfected as well. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Killed off I don't know how many germs in a relatively short period of time. Our immune system is still looking good. So we've got airborne germs here, which is what we kind of expected. So, in a small scale, we have been able to... okay, what's going on here? The Abyssinian. Right, okay. Can that... right, let's just get that swept. And put away. I'm just thinking now, because that has worked, this is the sort of area that I want to start expanding down, because we've got a lot of polluted water here, and not all of this has got slime lung in it. So I'm wondering if I can, instead of worrying about this whole system here, let's copy those settings, instead of worrying about having to send all my dupes through here, maybe in the short term I could just dig out all this lot, allow this chlorine to filter down, because I can deal with the chlorine later. So I'll tell you what, that's what I'm going to just dig out first, is take out that lot. Cancel that one. Yeah, so they can dig out that lot, and then maybe just start digging that way. So that will expose a little bit of slime lung, but we'll also be outside, so this chlorine can actually deal with it. And look at that. So it's nothing. A few thousand germs. I say it's nothing as if it's something that's easy to deal with. Just opening all that up on the basis that I want to be able to ensure that our dupes are able to work in a chlorine filled area. That should work. Yeah, that should work a lot. So we've got bleach stone down here, which will give off chlorine. And you better be able, yeah, you can get out, that's fine. That's 2 there, that's 2. Cool. Go down. Right. Alright, so you can take that out. What's the priority of this lot down here? That's 5, so at least I'll be able to get the majority of this lot opened up sooner. Let's just dig out more. Ooh. They're in trouble. And what's that? That's indigenous rock. And that's sandstone. Let's turn that into indigenous rock. Indigenous rock, priority 9. And they can these guys can use what they dig to... No, you need to get this sorted. Come on, guys. Come on. Right, get out of here. So you can get out now. That's perfect. Oh, that was rather close. Did not want to lose anyone. Especially 4 dupes in one go. Right. Alright, so that's actually will work quite well, I think. Having having all that chlorine cloud working its way down. That's more chlorine there, isn't it? So I could actually just dig out there and just let that out like so, because that'll all help. So I'll go up and do that as a priority, just to add to this chlorine cloud that we've got here. So the more chlorine we've got in this area, the better it's going to be for us. So I'm going to just take out a bit more here. What's going on with the germs? There's no germs here. Oops, someone falling down. That's not good. Okay. So they can get there. They can get down there. Try not to do it so I actually block them in this time. That would be kind of useful. Take that out. Take that out. Take that one out. Take that out. Perfect. Oh, right. Okay, so we've got just one more, and there's our natural gas geyser, which is good. So all that can come out. A bit more algae, and then we've got some algae down here, which we do actually need. So let's dig out some of that. That is very needed, so let's get that sorted so we can actually keep things running in the actual base. Okay. So it'll be interesting now, as an experiment, to see how this chlorine kills the germs associated to these. So, I mean, that's in chlorine, or it was. There you go. It's saying it's in. Oops. Right, now it's saying it's in chlorine. 12,000 germs. Alright, so it must be as the chlorine goes over it, it speeds up the killing of the germs, which is kind of what we were thinking it might do. Let's get that one in as well. And dig that out. Because we're going to take out this whole section here. I'm thinking that what I will actually do is... no, I won't. There's no need. No need. Just going to take it to the edge, so we can kill off all the chlorine naturally as best as possible. How many germs have we got in there? It's 2,000 germs, but it looks horrendous. So when you compare it to everywhere else, there's nothing. I mean, that's millions, and we're going to be breaking into millions here. Yeah, that's going to be really good, actually. That might be the way to do it, instead of trying to pump it in, is to actually have a container that holds chlorine. Minerals. It's not minerals or metals. What is it? What's chlorine? Is it consumable ore? Yay, bleachstone. We put our bleachstone into one here. We should then get a good production of chlorine, because this is kicking off so much. Yeah, that should make a big difference. Actually, just take it off sweep only. Right. Okie dokie. Now we need to start doing the prioritising on this, so Let's get this slot opened up. Let's get him in here. I'm going to drop all these down as well. Right. Okay. Okay, I know I've got another dupe waiting, so let's bring another dupe. Again, I want someone with good immunity, and Grossman is definitely a... it's got good immunity. 1 plus immunity regained, plus 6%. Expectation is 35%. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I can deal with the decor expectations. I mean, look at the stress. We're talking 5%. And that was Grossman as it came into the base. We can deal with stress. We know how to deal with that. We've got the facilities to be able to manage that. Let's reduce our food actually down to an 8 actually. We're going to start working our way into here. Let's drop these tiles as well, because I want all this lot dug out. Let's have a look. Where does that go up to? Yeah, so I want all that taken out. Oops, dig. Oh yeah, I have dug. That's perfect. Right. So that should create a barrier. I'd be interested to see how these germs that are actually starting to penetrate the tiles actually respond. See, that's got 400 germs now, but it looks horrendous. That looks worse than an area that's got millions. Now we've got the bleach stone. Storage compactor, 72 germs. Have we got anything in here yet? We got a ton of bleach stone in there, and it's got germs on the outside. That just doesn't make sense. Okay. Alright. Okay. How are we doing down here? We've got a lot of things falling down, so let's just get our ladders in. We're starting to use up quite a lot of water, and that's got to be down to this micro musher. So I'm going to stop them making those and make light loaves. We should have... so look at edibles. Yeah, we've got 12,000 meal lice. Let me take off consumables and take off meal lice as a consumable. So no matter what happens, they'll just turn it into bars, and we won't have any issues there. Right, okay. So bearing in mind this area that they're digging into, we have got 500 grams of chlorine in the area, and we've got millions of germs here. This is not good. Right, let's start digging this lot out as well, because we want to ensure. Now if we open up that should work its way up. I kind of don't want to open this section just yet. I'd rather just actually no, I don't need to. It's just a case of digging like that, so that's fine. So we can do that. They can work their way down. It'll keep that area sealed, but they can still access this top section, which is perfect. So we just need to keep doing that, and we'll have more dupes coming down to work on it, which is good. Excellent. So we had quite a lot of germs there. Hey, look. It's got... That's why it looks so bad. It's got millions of germs inside. So we are going to disinfect that. And as soon as they come to it, I'm going to drop everything on the floor. Right. drop everything on the floor, and you can have the same as that again. So everything should now be on the floor. And can I see it? No, there's that many different things down there. The germs are right. Phosphoric. Yeah. I killed a lot of germs, and they've finished digging all out as well, which is even better. So let's go back onto the germs. So we want that taken out to there, and we want that is there, there. Alright, so that gives us plenty of areas for our guys to work in. There's got a lot of chlorine in here, some polluted oxygen as well, so at least they'll be able to breathe a little bit. That goes all the way down to this polluted water. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now. Alright, so we can deal with that. So that germs, it's all dying off really quickly. See, if I just dig all that lot out and just lock the door, then all these germs should just start dying off. And then it'll allow me to seal it off in another way as well. What about the rest of the base? Yeah, hardly anything. I mean, 25,000 germs. Let's take that off. I mean, okay, there's germs everywhere, but let's just make sure everything is. Leave that for the time being. Yeah. Okay. What about these containers? It's only on the outside, so it shouldn't take too long to deal with a lot of these. Yeah, let's drop that one on the floor. And settings paste. Cool. That should have a good effect on there. Okay, just getting rid of all these little bits just to make it nice and open. I could really do with some more chlorine, which we've got there. So I could send my dupes up. We want more algae, so that's fine. So you can just go straight up. Set that to a priority of 8, I think. And that's on 9. Do that to 8. And then we'll dig out that as a 9. That's a 9. That's a 9. And then when they're up there, they can just start going all the way through and take out. Yeah, they should be able to then get over. Perfect. So we'll get a load more algae, and we'll also get more chlorine to fall down into this area. Right. Right, so they're going to clean that lot off. What about down here? How many more germs we got? Let's go and get all that lot dug out. And we can dig there. 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 Right. And that one can go. Alright, so this is now predominantly polluted oxygen and not polluted dirt. sorry, polluted dirt. This is predominantly polluted oxygen now, not chlorine. And the polluted oxygen, you can see that that is actually going to increase. So we've got, right, I'm going to sweep this whole area up, and I'm going to do a little test to see whether we can get that all sorted. So that's going to be quite a lot of germs going into these containers. That'd be a lot of germs. Okay, we can dig out there as well, and there. So all these should now start to... Oh no, they've not got many germs yet. Ah, there wasn't that many germs on this side, that's why. Okay. Right. Alright, so we got a load of germs in there. We've got a few million in that. The same with that. So what have I got these set at? So they'll hold... Why is that? It should be everything. Sweep only, 9, copy settings. Got that across. Alright. Right, the immunity. Who's got... Bubbles is low on immunity. That's not good. But at least we're going to get all this lot cleaned up. We could actually do with digging out a few more tiles. So the temperature in here will have a massive bearing on how quickly these... oh, look at that! Look at that area there. So if I open up this area, that should help go against the other areas' temperature. And that's actually very breathable. That's quite breathable. That's quite interesting. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to, I think, after they're finished undoing all this lot, or putting all this lot away, we will go on a cleaning spree, and we will see what we can actually achieve. Let's sweep up that one as well first. Oops, there we go. That can go. And we can sweep those. Okay. Who's decaying? Who's decay? Ah. Right, let's get that to a higher priority. Where's my food boxes? Is that the only food ration? Have I been that useless and not actually putting any refrigerators? Let's put a refrigerator in there. What's that wire running at? No, I don't want consumables, I want power. So that power is 840, so that will have another requirement of 840, 120, so that'll still be within its circuit range, which is fine. Okie dokie. Let's get that to a priority 9. Because we do need that all sorted, and we'll put meal lice specifically in here, because we're not actually eating the meal lice. Edible meal lice, there we go. So all the meal lice will be in there. and let's sweep those up. How are we doing on seeds? Actually thinking about it. Seeds 118, so they're still slowly building themselves back up. Germs over here. Whew, that is looking horrendous. Okay, but everything is working its way in, which is good. Unity down to 96, so as soon as I've finished doing this, it's a case of let's just clean things up. Actually, can I put that above? Let's just turn that on. What's hang on. No power, so I want below, so above. That should now work. Unless I need some other outlet. I have got gas in there that I don't. Let's rotate that. Pop that in. And a gas vent. Oops, there we go. So let's build those. So once they've built that, we should be able to get more gas in, which will be good. Let's have a look at our poor little dupes. So 100%, but he's got 8,000, 100% 14,000, 100% 40,000. 99%, 8,000, 100%, 240,000. Oh dear me, 94, 28,000-ish, 100, 300 germs. Oh dear, right, okay, so this is really having a toll on the poor little dupes, but I think it's a case of the best way to actively deal with slime lung. We're going to have to disinfect the whole area. So once we've taken these up, we'll lock this door, because there's no need for any dupe to go outside here. Actually no, we'll have to lock that one, because we are trying to get them up here. Yes, okay. Alright, oh well. Right, that won't be long at all. Let's sweep all this lot. All the drop-ins, as it were. Alright, so they're working their way through, so that's a nice little chunk of chlorine to join the other. Now, there is a chlorine. I'm sure I've seen a chlorine geyser somewhere. That's going to bug me now until I can find it. Right. So you need to sweep all this lot still. Come on. Come and grab it. So there's no germs in this wall whatsoever. There are only airborne ones. So if I was to put it... No, I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. So those germs are increasing. So I'm thinking that, despite what I really want to do, is actually just open up a bit of this. So that basically the dupes will, there we go, so hopefully some of this temperature that's in here will expand out, and that will actually have a better effect on this polluted oxygen. I mean, now we're getting the chlorine working its way down, but hopefully that will help. hopefully, he says. Right, they can't get into that spot, so let's open that one out. And we can dig out that one. Perfect. Right, we're down to 85% immunity. That's not good. We've got 4 people who are starting to suffer, so I think it's time to get on the disinfecting. Let's leave those for the time being. Let's go for beds, sleeping quarters. They're all fine, which is good. It's okay. That's all okay. That's okay. Goodness me, that's all. It's all nasty. Okay, so let's cancel all, and all, and all. Alright, so the guys are dealing with the pollution, or the contamination first, which is the main thing. Let's get all that dealt with. Sleeping quarters is most important, so let's have a look at what they're doing on the germs level. So, let's look for someone who's low. So bubbles, 83%. Slime, those slime lung germs are dissipating. Bubbles 2, BU for you. She's got 300 odd germs, but it's all dissipating, which is good, which is the way it needs to go. So we now just need to sort out these as well. So these need to be disinfected. Oops, disinfected. And we need to drop the contents on the floor as they are coming to do each one. So that'll be fun, and then sweep it all back up again. If they actually come. There we go, first one. Drop everything. That one's getting done, so that can drop everything. And that one. Oops, those 2. And that one. That one. That one is fine. That one is now. Whoops. Sweet. I think, do you know what? I'm going to copy those whole settings and just drop the whole lot on the floor. And see how that actually works. So we've now... Alright, 800,000 slime lungs there. Let's priority sweep this lot. All. See what we can actually do with that. Oh my goodness, no toilets. Right. Sweep 8. Right, made a mess. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Let's get those toilets unblocked. Alright, how are we doing on germs? Not too bad. What's going on with this power above? We just got no power, that's why. 2 people made a mess. Oh no, straight in my water. Right, this is the beautiful thing about the new tool. They'll go mop that. Let me just get the priority again. They'll go mop that polluted water, and only that polluted water. There we go, and it's gone. Into a nice little bottle, and it's dealt with. Right, who else made a mess? Right, we've got a mess over here, so let's get that mopped as a priority. because that will cause other germs. Alright, 79%. Ooh. It's not good. We really need this chlorine work in here. So we're getting hydrogen going in there and carbon dioxide and polluted oxygen, which is all not good anymore. So that needs to just switched off, because that is pointless having all our going in there. Okay. Tell you what, we're back in a second after they've swept all this and we'll see where things are up to. Okay, so the dupes have swept the majority of this area now. There's only a few little pieces left. So if you remember before, it was looking horrendously green with slime lung. Now we're not looking that bad. Obviously the germs that are inside are only small quantities, which is really good. So that is a massive bonus for dealing with slime lung. We do have the immune systems still compromised on 2 of our dupes, as in it's not 100% by being not compromised. Both bubbles, BU for you and normal bubbles, are both struggling in that sense. So what we need to kind of do is to sort out our oxygen in here. We've got people standing around doing nothing by the looks of things as well, which is never a good thing. So I'm going to just quickly disinfect these 3 again. And when they come and disinfect those, we'll drop the contents on the floor now. And it will be absolutely fine. There we go. And copy settings. Because the... Ooh, hang on. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, so that will actually help things along quite significantly. We've got 20% stress, which is not good. Suffocating. Who's suffocating? What on earth are you doing up there? Oh my goodness me. How did you just get yourself there? Let's just dig all that out. Come on, get out of here. Get out. Come on. There you go. Ah, come on, come on. Right, who else is suffocating? Right, you both... Ah, that was so close. Right. I think for this episode we'll leave it there. We've now opened up a load more chlorine to filter its way down. Eventually, it seems to be congregating here. We have been able to reduce a bit of the temperature down this section here. I think if we open it up further, then this will help more. Problem is we've got all this area here that is so warm. That's perfect growing conditions for slime lung. So we kind of need to start sorting out a air cleaning and air cooling system, because we need to have our base around the ambient temperature of around 20 odd degrees. So we need to start considering that. We don't need to worry too much now about how to deal with slime lung or our food poisoning, but we just need to do things in a more constructive manner. So it's a case of we need to ensure that our guys are not spending too much time out in the arena where they're not being looked after, because they are left uncontrolled. So with that in mind, I think this is going to be my last dupe for a while. So let's invite them in. Again, looking for someone with a good immunity, and we've only got a +3 immunity from Nicole. So we will accept him, and we're going to put him on a... he's going to actually spend his life on a treadmill until we get that speed up on him. We're also going to disable that building and go from there. So let's put jobs for Nicole, and he is going to be primarily a runner. Yeah. I want you to learn how to improve your athleticism. Right. So as I say, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like what you've seen, hit that subscribe. Give us your thoughts and comments below on how you'd like things to improve, and then we will take those into consideration and work on that in future. And thank you again, and that's Murphy out.